A major 10-year attempted abduction analysis. It was just released by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The head of their prevention unit, Juris Colon, is here. And when are children, in your opinion, or statistically most at risk for getting abducted?
Well, it's exactly like the video shows. It's when they're going to and from school, so it's when they're alone. You know, a lot of kids are, especially during back to school time, are headed back to school and they're walking by themselves. Luckily, they were in groups, but it's during those key points that they're just more vulnerable.
And in that case, we were seeing an enactment asking for directions, but how in general are abductors luring these kids in?
Actually, that's right on point. People are asking for directions. They're looking for lost puppies. They're offering candy or treats. Sometimes they use force. So, all the things that our parents told us years ago are still very relevant today.
Is there any statistics, or how often does it happen that kids are literally pulled into a car just out of nowhere like that?
Well, about 70% of the abductions that we looked at happened exactly like you saw in that video.
Literally pulled into the car, or lured into the car?
Lured, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So before we close this out, because obviously parents at home are concerned, is there, other than what you mentioned, is there really one guiding principle that we should tell parents out there? Because what you don't want is the scenario where it's like, okay, kids, you're not allowed to go anywhere or do anything ever. Yeah. It's a fine line, and I can even, still looking at your face, Elise, I can see just the emotions from going through this experiment, because they're...
It's hard, and it's hard watching it, because it's like I relive it, and I remember my daughters coming up to us crying, and it's, they just didn't know, and it's so hard. I'm just glad that I was there to console them, and I'm so thankful that this was just an enactment, and it was pretend, but it's not always pretend, so.
Yeah, I think there's strength in numbers. If you're going home, make sure that you have a buddy with you. There's strength there. And the other thing is, choose the right route to get home from school, not somewhere behind the scenes, but in a main thoroughfare.
We have a great program called Kid Smarts. It's sponsored by Honeywell, that it teaches kids to check first, take a friend, tell people no, and then tell a trusted adult should something happen.
And we're going to have more resources on our website. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Keep up the great work.